very much. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year as I'm going to my second year on the County Commission Board. Last year was very tough because most of the sixth floor was working from home when I arrived here. We had to learn a lot quickly. I put my own swearing in on, which was not here. Had to deal with $61 million that had to be voted on my second day. And then told about how do we organize our county in terms of leadership. Didn't have a lot of time to really research it, but knew that Commissioner Dumas had not had an opportunity to be the president, and I thought that certainly it was her turn to have the opportunity to be the president. And I introduced the motion, and we passed it, and we moved forward. Since being here for a year and had a chance to kind of study and understand how the system worked, I thought it was similar to the city, but it's not. In the city, when you vote on a whole term, you vote the whole term, and therefore you kind of move forward. But here, the ORC, aka Ohio Revised Code, says that each year, we would, as a board, have to vote on who's going to be president, vice president, etc. Knowing that now, I look back and said, well, it's our first time having 3 women actually elected to county commission. And I know that in my race, I received over 200,000 votes. I know that Commissioner Driehaus received over 200,000, and as well as Commissioner Dumas received a lot of votes. And so I thought and looked at based on the law of us voting each time, and the fact that each of us are individually elected, and each of us have to run on our own platforms. And so when people vote for us, they vote on our platforms individually. And I thought, and I looked at Franklin County, and my good friend Kevin Boyce, who was president last year, and my good friend Erica Crowley, who just got elected, who is now the president of Franklin County, and they do it 1 year. And I looked at the law, and I said, well, under this system, we should rotate. And I wanted to present that as an option. I think that's the best option because we're each elected and have a lot of people that elected us. And if we continued with the pattern that we would be doing on a 2-year basis, then Commissioner Driehaus would not get a term in this 4-year term. Each year we voted 4 years. So she would not get a term at all in this. And I said, well, I don't want anyone to feel as though that I would be preventing them from getting a term after they've been elected for a 4-year term. I shared that thought last year, and that's why I supported Commissioner Dumas to be the president. I still feel that this year, as we're moving forward, that each person should have a term within this 4-year window. I just think it's the fair thing to do, and as I've been out, I've been hearing people ask me, well, you know, who's going to be president? Each of y'all going to get a term? And it just made me start to look at, based on the law that we vote each year, we cannot vote beyond 1 year, according to the Ohio Revised Code, based on the fact that each of us have to get elected individually, and you know, coming in with 200,000 plus votes. I just think that having it go 1 year, everyone will get an opportunity. Not just the person, because it's not really about us as a person, but the 200,000 people that voted for us, each of us, they deserve it. The president helped set the tone. Each of us ran on different platforms, and those platforms deserve to be at the helm. When I ran, I said I'm going to run to shake it up, do it different, be more transparent. Sometimes that's not popular. I didn't run to be popular. So when I thought about it, I don't want anyone out in the streets saying that Commissioner Reece stopped me from becoming a president during the term that I was elected. I don't want that at all. And I have been pushing for fairness for a very long time, and that's what I'm about. So once I got down here, I was told one thing, but once I got down here and I researched and I talked to our lawyers, I looked at the Ohio Revised Code, I saw that anything beyond 1 year, we can't do it anyway. Legally, we're not binded. We only can do 1 year. And I pulled up the Ohio Revised Code. So with that being said, I just would support, last year I supported Commissioner Dumas because she had not had an opportunity. to be the president. And I just want to make sure that in this rotation, if we keep going this way, Commissioner Driehaus will not have an opportunity to be president. I just think with the three of us, three strong women who have each individually been elected, we owe it to our voters that voted for us individually to each have an opportunity to put their ideas, their platforms on the front burner. And so that's why today I don't support this particular rotation, because I just think that it would, one, leave out Commissioner Driehaus if we continue with this 2 and 2. And at the same time, I just think it's only fair to those who voted. I mean, people went out and voted for each of us. And it would give us an opportunity for everybody to have a chance to do a rotation. So wanted to put that out there. Like I said, last year I didn't know the rules. I barely could get somebody on the telephone down here. And now that I had a chance to be down here, look up the rules and understand the rules, I just want to say that I'm very much interested in a different model that'll be more fair, more on a rotation, and everyone who got individually elected, their voters will feel as though they've had a chance to have their person as the president. So that's kind of where we are. I wanted to present that, and maybe I might present a different opinion and an outside look, because I'm the only one on here who has not served as the president, so I can kind of bring an outside approach, an outside look to it. So I wanted to put that on the table.
Thank you. Commissioner Driehaus.
Yeah, Madam President, so I have made this motion, I believe it's the right rotation. We had extensive conversations last year when we were organizing. We organize every year, as has been stated, and we have done it in a couple of different ways historically. Sometimes it is the 1-1 and 1 rotation, sometimes it has been the 2 and 2. And so most recently, when Todd Portune and myself and you, Madam President, were serving, we decided on the 2 and 2, once before you got here and then once when you were here. And so while I was trying to make that decision last year, I became convinced that the 2 and 2 made the most sense, because it does take some time to get your feet under you as the president, to understand the role, and to really dig into the work. And so I had the opportunity to serve for 2 years, 2 consecutive years as president of the board, and I am happy to offer that to both of my colleagues in the same way that it was offered to me. So that's why I am supportive of the 2 and 2 model, which would mean that Commissioner Samaraduma, she would serve this year, and then Commissioner Reece would have the following 2 years. And so that is something I've committed to, and I'm happy to abide by that moving forward.
Thank you so much. Only comment I have is I want our residents to know that everyone's platform, no matter who's up here, will be listened to and included in all of our priorities, and we will make sure that that happens no matter who the president, vice president, or commissioner is. So there will be no one who brings anything forth for the people that voted for them that we will not listen to and try to enact. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Driehaus?
Yes.
Commissioner Reece?
Abstention.
Commissioner Samaraduma?
Yes.